When a massive cargo ship runs aground or strikes a reef, investigators usually look for clear mechanical failures. They check for a jammed rudder or trace the path of an extreme weather system. But consider a different origin point for that disaster. What if the shipwreck didn't start with a broken valve or a storm, but with an insulting joke made in the crew's mess hall 3 weeks earlier? This image shows the traditional bridge environment that the original 1978 STCW convention was designed to regulate. For decades, global training standards focused almost exclusively on technical proficiency, prioritizing navigation and engineering while ignoring the social dynamics of the crew. Yet ships are closed communities with rigid hierarchies. In that isolation, behaviors like hazing, forcing new crew members to perform humiliating or dangerous tasks, were frequently dismissed as harmless maritime tradition. Technical perfection is effectively neutralized if the social structure holding the crew together has broken down. 2025 data shows active seafarers are up to 10 times more likely to experience bullying than land-based workers. This disparity is worse for women. Female seafarers in Africa and Southeast Asia face double the risk compared to their male colleagues. Despite these rates, reporting remains low. Crews operate under a culture of silence, driven by the fear that speaking up will lead to punishment, or the belief that leadership will not take corrective action. Based on these trends, the International Maritime Organization has concluded that toxic shipboard culture is a direct threat to the physical safety of the vessel. When a crew stops communicating, the risk of error increases. This makes harassment an active navigational hazard that threatens every life on board. The breakdown of shipboard safety often follows a specific sequence of events. It begins with Step 1, toxic leadership, where a superior uses intimidation or persistent mockery to control a subordinate. This diagram shows the next link in the chain, psychological unsafety. The victim and any bystanders become hesitant to speak up, report minor errors, or ask for clarification during critical operations. That hesitation creates a broader atmosphere of slackness. As anxiety and insomnia take a toll, the crew develops an us versus them mentality, withdrawing their effort from routine maintenance and watchkeeping. The sequence terminates in a total loss of situational awareness. Because the crew is distracted and avoiding interaction, vital safety information is no longer shared between the bridge and the engine room. This leads to the final step, the accident. A routine warning sign is ignored, and the lack of communication results in a physical catastrophe. The line between a hostile work environment and a sunken ship is direct. Psychological abuse is exactly how modern vessels are lost. In 2025, the IMO updated the STCW, with amendments taking full mandatory effect in January 2026. This updated code shows the new regulatory landscape. Previously, harassment wasn't explicitly addressed. Now it's defined as misconduct. These amendments make psychological safety a core component, requiring mandatory training to prevent abusive behavior. Moving forward, a captain's professionalism is measured by their social conduct and ability to foster respect, just as strictly as their technical ability to handle the ship. To implement these changes, the IMO is introducing Just Culture, a framework designed to replace the outdated systems of automatic blame. In a just culture, an honest mistake, like a cadet misreading a chart, is treated as a learning opportunity rather than a reason for hazing or punishment. However, this system maintains strict accountability. Deliberate negligence or reckless acts, such as operating machinery while intoxicated, are still met with firm disciplinary action. Port State Control inspectors will enforce these rules by reviewing anti-harassment records and interviewing crew members. Ships that fail to prove they have safe reporting channels can be fined or detained. Psychological safety is no longer optional. It is audited as heavily as engine maintenance. For the individual seafarer, the duty is now clear. If harassment occurs, you must recognize the behavior, ensure your immediate safety, and firmly tell the person to stop before reporting the incident through official channels. Bystanders also have a legal responsibility. Under the new standards, staying silent in the face of misconduct is viewed as approval of that toxic environment. The ocean is dangerous enough without a crew acting as a hazard to each other. As shown in this equation, maritime safety now relies on a foundation of respect, dignity, and zero tolerance for abuse.